the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders, wonders of his love.
Wonderful. I love singing Christmas music, and it's good to be here for this opening to joy. It really is a joyful morning. And as we begin, I like looking at Scripture. In this Psalm 118, verse 24, let this day that the Lord has made, let us rejoice and be glad in it. Now, the Psalms were originally sung. A way of communicating to people is they sang them. Don't worry, I'm not going to set this to music. But what happens when we sing? We breathe deeper. We open up. We allow ourselves to expand just by singing. And isn't that what joy does for us as well? And what is true is the Lord God gives us this day, this moment. And it's ours to choose to open to the joy or not. Are you aware that you have the power to choose joy or not?
Yes.
Good, because that's where we're going. We're going to look at this. Reverend Mary L. Kupferle, great author. I didn't know this minister, but she is a powerful voice. And she says, joy belongs to you. Whether you know it or not, it is yours now to discover, to use, to exercise, and to bring into expression. So if that joy is ours whether we know it or not, how do we tap into it? And I'd venture to bet that, because I know in my life, there are things that give me joy that doesn't give Owen any joy. There's things that give Owen joy that don't give me joy. I was talking with my mom this morning and remembering, because we passed Canier High School and we saw the cars there, and I said, well, maybe it was football. And I tell the story that when Mom was watching football, which was a passion for her, she had season tickets for the Oakland Raiders. I would sit next to the television and watch her direct Kenny Stabler to the Super Bowl. And if he wasn't listening, she'd just say it a little louder. Now, it gave her great joy. And guess what happened when the dog had puppies? They all got named after the Raiders. The little girl puppies and the little boy puppies. The girl puppies, the name had to be slightly changed a little, but it was all the Raiders. So it gave her great joy. What are some examples of what gives you joy?
Sewing with my grandkids.
Time with grandkids. I didn't hear that?
Sewing.
Sewing! How wonderful. Anyone else?
Coming here.
Coming here. Thank you. Kathy?
Feeding the animals behind my house.
Feeding the animals behind your house. Yes, John.
Watching UT play well.
Watching UT play well. It's conditional joy. You didn't play well, I'm not in joy, and it's all your fault. Sorry, just dramatizing. Yes, Tim. Artwork, yes. When we can be creative, when we can have time with our grandkids, when we can open ourselves to observing masterful athletes or musicians or chefs. Anyone get joy by eating a great meal? Yeah. It's wonderful when we can tap into what gives us joy. If you enjoy it, if it really lights your light, why not turn towards it? And the thing about joy, I don't even have to go do it. I can just think about it, and I'm right there with the joy of it. Peppermint ice cream. Pure joy. So joy doesn't, even when he loses, you can revel in the wins to still experience the joy, even 6 years later. Dana Gatlin, a writer from the early 1900s, says, happiness, pure joy, is from within. It is a spiritual entity, a free, inalienable, untouchable gift of God. It doesn't depend on this or that. It doesn't have to be created. It is. I love this definition. Joy is ours. Let's say, joy is mine. Joy is mine. It truly is. It's within us. And that means if there's anything that isn't joy, we can peel that away and let the joy shine. Whether it's sewing or cooking or basking in the wind or loving the puppies that are named for your joy. Reverend Bronte Colbert has been writing throughout our Advent booklet. If you didn't get a copy, there's one on the table right there along with the calendar. You can pick it up. She says on page 43, joy might appear in quieter ways, like positive news or an emotional or physical healing, a delightful synchronicity. Joy swells in the presence of gratitude. There's a little tickle of joy when you pick up the phone, you call someone and go, I was just going to call you. That happened with my sister just yesterday. And this idea that we can experience joy in a quiet way, it doesn't have to be a big wedding or a big celebration, a fabulous birthday, or skydiving when you're 80 years old. Joy also expands with gratitude. Everything that we put gratitude on expands. So if we want more love, be grateful for the love you have. And lo and behold, there's more love. If you want more peace, be grateful for the peace that you're experiencing, and it expands. We have this wonderful season. It's no accident that this is set in the time of year where we have the shortest days of the year, the longest nights of the year, to encourage and recognize that the light is burning within us and that we need to be the light in the world. Opening to joy is a way of being a light for others. I bring this talk to its circle by bringing in this wisdom from Thich Nhat Hanh, a former Buddhist monk who wrote wonderful books and really became an international inspiration for peace and balance in your life. And he says, every breath we take, every step we make can be filled with peace, joy, and serenity. It's already within us. All we need to do is choose to be it. Are you ready to be peace, joy, and serenity in each moment in your life? I see nods of head, and that's good because we have a personal exploration this week, and the question is, how can I open to more joy each day? One possibility is in the mornings, pause and invite joy into experience. You can do this by remembering something that happened that week or something that's happening in your life, or it might be this time of year. It might be the fact that there's only a few more days and this time of year will be over. Because sometimes this is a very stressful time. Some people find no joy in Christmas. I can't imagine, but some people do. I find it joyful because I've made my celebration of Christmas to be in complete alignment of what I am joyful most about. As I was wrapping gifts last night, I recalled that I like wrapping gifts as much as I like unwrapping them. That was an amazing revelation. Must mean I really like to wrap presents, and I do. Anyone need some presents wrapped? Give me more joy. I'm ready. So invite joy into your experience. The second one is pray, contemplate, and discover ways to bring light and joy to others. It makes a huge difference. I was standing in line at HEB yesterday, and there was a gal that was just setting her huge cart. And she turned to me and she said, "Would you like to go ahead of me? Is that all you got?" I had like 15 things. She had 45. And I said, "Thank you. No, but I'm fine right here. I'm in no rush. Thank you." But what a joyful moment. We can do that for others. If someone's really in a rush and you know it because they're coming at you behind the rearview mirror really fast, just get out of the way. They've got someplace to go. Rather than judging them and being critical, just get there safely. We can find all different kinds of ways to bring joy and light to others, those people we know and those people we haven't met yet. And the last one is be aware of those joyful moments. You might list them, like at the end of the day. "Oh, it was so wonderful to do. I wrapped 5 gifts today. I'm in joy." Or, "Oh, that wonderful soup I ate today was so wonderful. Gave me joy. It satisfied my hunger." Write those things down. Or, if you're a journaler, write those in your journal so you can go back. Because there's times when we're not in joy. There's times we're just impatient and want it to be over now and doom and gloom, and I knew it was all going to be bad anyway, so I'm right. Anyone ever feel like that? Of course! Just go to the calendar and say, "Not such a good day." But most of our days are pretty balanced. A blip here, high and low. And we can always choose to open to joy. And with that, I invite you to find ways to bring more joy into your day. Thank you.